Welcome back to the channel Coins Buyers, Coin Collectors, Treasure Hunters, and History Enthusiasts from around the world. Buckle up and prepare for one of the most astonishing stories in the world of rare coins. Today, we're diving deep, and I mean deep, into the fascinating world of the 1967 United States Liberty 1-cent coin. Yes, this isn't just any ordinary penny. It's a coin that has sparked curiosity, driven collectors into bidding wars, and some claim it holds a jaw-dropping value of $521 million in today's market. How did a humble 1-cent coin from 1967 become worth more than an entire private island? Why is this specific coin surrounded by mystery, rarity, and high-stakes auctions? Let's find out right now. To truly understand the power behind the 1967 Liberty 1-cent coin, we need to rewind the clock and explore the backdrop of America in 1967. The Vietnam War was raging. Civil rights movements were reshaping society. The world was shifting rapidly, and every element of American life, including its coinage, reflected this change. 1967 wasn't a typical year for the U.S. Mint. It was actually a part of a rare period where coinage laws were temporarily suspended. That's right. From 1965 to 1967, the U.S. Mint wasn't placing mint marks on coins due to a nationwide coin shortage. This policy was intended to discourage hoarding and collecting, which was partly responsible for that shortage. So, all 1967 pennies, no matter where they were minted, bear no mint mark, and that right there is your first clue to its uniqueness. But wait, there's more. During this period, the Mint also experimented with new dies, different planchets, and transitional errors. That means a small handful of coins, including the 1967 Liberty 1 cent, may have escaped the Mint with extremely rare features that collectors now consider priceless. The 1967 Liberty 1 cent coin features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909. To commemorate the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This design has stood the test of time, but the 1967 version is said to have some incredibly subtle variations that only trained eyes, or super high magnification tools, can catch. Let's break down the details. Obverse, front Lincoln's bust facing right, the word Liberty to the left, and the date 1967 to the right, with no mint mark. Reverse, back the Lincoln Memorial, with the inscriptions United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and of course, 1 cent. Composition-wise, it's 95% copper and 5% zinc, and it weighs around 3.11 grams, consistent with pennies of that era. But here's where things get interesting. Some rare examples of the 1967 penny are believed to have been struck on experimental or leftover planchets, such as silver, bronze, or even aluminum, which makes them incredibly valuable. Let's talk about the holy grail of coin collecting, errors and anomalies. You see, the value of any coin can skyrocket when errors are present. And the 1967 Liberty 1 cent coin has a few confirmed and rumored error types that have collectors absolutely salivating. Double die obverse, DDO. Some examples show noticeable doubling in the lettering, especially in Liberty and the date 1967. These coins are extremely rare and highly sought after. Off-center strikes. A handful of 1967 pennies are known to have been struck off-center, with errors ranging from 5% to a whopping 90%. These coins can fetch hundreds or even thousands. Wrong planchet errors. Rumors persist of 1967 pennies being struck on silver dime planchets or foreign coin blanks. If verified, these could be worth tens of thousands. Clipped planchets and die cracks, small yet valuable errors that attract a lot of attention from grading companies like PCGS and NGC. One particular 1967 penny, allegedly struck on a silver dime planchet, was reportedly insured for over $5 million, making it one of the most expensive pennies ever discussed in numismatic circles. Now, here's the part you've all been waiting for. The money. A regular 1967 Liberty 1 cent coin in circulated condition is usually worth 1 to 10 cents on the open market. Sounds pretty boring, right? But wait, a 1967 penny in mint state condition, MS 67 or higher, can command $100 to $500, and rare error examples have been auctioned for $5,000 to $35,000. However, the real buzz comes from a specific coin, yes, one singular piece, believed to be an ultra-rare prototype. Potentially one of a kind, discovered in a private estate collection in the Midwest. This coin has been insured and appraised for a mind-blowing $521 million based on the following. Rumored to be struck on a silver planchet. Features unique doubling and die markers never seen before. Verified by private graders, and believed to be part of a secret U.S. Mint test batch. While this value hasn't yet been confirmed in a public auction, collectors, investors, and numismatic historians are watching closely. If it ever goes up for sale, it might become the most expensive coin ever sold in human history. You might be wondering, could I have one of these coins in my pocket, coin jar, or old family drawer? Absolutely. Here's what to look for: no mint mark. All 1967 pennies lack one, but rare ones might have subtle die variations. Check for doubling in Liberty or the date. Inspect for off-center strikes or unusual weight. Use a jeweler's scale. Color and sound test. Silver planchet pennies sound and look different. Use a microscope or take your coin to a reputable coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even if your coin isn't worth millions, a unique error or mint condition specimen could still fetch thousands. The 1967 United States Liberty 1-cent coin is far more than a tiny piece of metal. It's a symbol of American resilience, hidden mysteries, and untold wealth lying in plain sight. From humble beginnings in the U.S. Mint during a time of national upheaval, to collectors whispering about a $521 million specimen that could shake the foundations of the numismatic world, this coin is a true American legend. So next time you're digging through old change, checking that piggy bank, or visiting your grandparents, take a second look. Because who knows? You just might be holding onto a coin that could change your life forever. And remember, it only takes 1 cent to unlock history's greatest treasures. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the story of the 1967 Liberty 1-cent coin, smash that like button. Orange heart. Subscribe to our channel for more epic coin tales, treasure stories, and real collector advice. And let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare penny in your change? What if I told you that one of those pennies could actually be worth up to $300 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single 1969 Liberty 1-cent coin from the United States might just be hiding a fortune in plain sight. In today's video, we're going to uncover the incredible story behind this coin, its shocking origin, its hidden value, and why collectors are willing to pay a jaw-dropping fortune for just one of these elusive pieces. So grab your magnifying glass, coin lovers, because we're diving deep into the wild, mysterious, and unbelievably valuable world of the 1969 Lincoln penny. Let's rewind the clock back to 1969, a year filled with unforgettable milestones. Neil Armstrong became the first man to walk on the moon. Woodstock rocked the world with peace, music, and revolution. And at the U.S. Mint in Denver, Colorado, a small, copper coin was quietly pressed into existence. The 1969 Liberty 1-cent. This 1-cent coin was part of the Lincoln Memorial Cent series, first introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The reverse design replaced the old wheat ears with the Lincoln Memorial, and the obverse, as always, featured Lincoln's iconic profile, a design by Victor David Brenner, preserved since 1909. In 1969, the Denver Mint struck a massive 4,002,832,200 of these pennies. Yes, that's over 4 billion coins. So, with that many floating around, how could any single one be worth even a fraction of $1 million, let alone $300 million? Here's where it gets interesting. Out of those billions, a microscopic few are believed to contain something truly extraordinary, an ultra-rare error so valuable, it could change your life. We're talking about double die obverse errors, a minting mistake that occurs when the die used to strike the image onto the blank coin is misaligned or struck twice. This causes doubling on key areas of the coin, particularly the Liberty, the date, 1969. And the motto, "In God We Trust." But wait, we're not just talking about any double die. The most famous double die Lincoln penny is the 1969s, minted in San Francisco. But speculation, mystery, and collector legends have long surrounded the 1969D from Denver, claiming a handful of them also bear a doubling error rarer than any other, potentially making them worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Some believe this was due to an experimental striking process or die mixing accident that was immediately covered up and destroyed. If even one of these coins escaped into circulation, its rarity would be unparalleled. Imagine the perfect storm of a massive minting error, cover-up, and survival of a single specimen. So, why is this coin rumored to be worth $300 million? Let's break it down. Extremely rare error with fewer than a dozen suspected to exist, and possibly only one verified. This would make it one of the rarest coins in U.S. history. Historical significance: a coin born from one of the most politically, socially, and scientifically turbulent years in American history. Mystery and lore: the 1969 D coin's double die story has become legend, shrouded in secrecy, rejected by official sources, and whispered about by elite collectors. Collector demand: with high-end collectors and billionaire investors always on the hunt for Holy Grail items, the mere myth of a $300 million price tag has drawn in intense competition. There are reports, though unconfirmed, of a private sale offer exceeding $200 million, with rumors that a reclusive billionaire from Asia placed a $300 million bid for the only confirmed piece. While these numbers seem staggering, consider this: artwork, cars, and NFTs have fetched similar prices for far less historical significance. To date, the most verified, auction-sold Lincoln penny is the 1969's double die obverse, which has sold for over $100,000 in high grades. But here's the kicker: the 1969D version has almost no recorded auction history. Why? Because collectors believe the real one has either been locked away in a private vault, lost in circulation, or still waiting to be found by someone like. While you imagine stumbling across this coin in your old penny jar, or getting one back as change from a vending machine. That little copper coin could be worth more than a yacht, more than a mansion, more than a lottery ticket, and that's why collectors, numismatists, and treasure hunters alike are obsessed with the 1969D Lincoln penny. So now the big question: could you have one of these coins? Here's what to look for. Date check for a 1969D penny. The D mint mark will appear below the year. Doubling: use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Focus on the word LIBRTY, the date 1969, the motto "I in God We Trust." If the letters look shadowed, thicker, or doubled, you might have something special. Condition: a higher grade means higher value. If it's red-brown or red, uncirculated, and shows minimal wear, that's a huge plus. Get it certified. If you suspect anything, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. A genuine double die could bring massive attention, and possibly a record-breaking sale. So the next time you see a penny on the ground, don't walk past it. That humble 1969D Liberty 1-cent coin might just be your golden ticket. Could the next $300 million penny be sitting in your drawer? Your couch cushions? Your childhood piggy bank? If you're holding on to one, you're holding history, and possibly a fortune. Let us know in the comments. Have you ever found a 1969D penny? Or do you have one in your collection? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more amazing coin stories, hidden treasures, and shocking numismatic finds. Thanks for watching, and remember, that's been hiding in your pocket change or maybe in an old piggy bank, and it's worth a fortune today. Yep, we're talking about the 1977 United States Liberty 1-cent coin, a humble penny that, under the right circumstances, could be your ticket to a life-changing discovery. That's right. With a mind-blowing value of up to $871 million in the collector's market, this little copper coin has become the talk of numismatic circles worldwide. And today, we're diving deep into everything you need to know about the 1977 Liberty 1-cent, its history, varieties, minting details, rare errors, and exactly what makes it so special. So grab your coin jars, dust off that old coin folder, and let's uncover one of the most valuable pennies in American history. The 1977 United States Liberty 1-cent coin is part of the iconic Lincoln Cent series, which began all the way back in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln Cent became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and what a historic choice Lincoln was. Now, by 1977, the Lincoln Cent had already undergone several changes. The original wheat ears reverse design was replaced in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial, honoring the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. This reverse design was the work of Frank Gasparo, and it remained in use until 2008. In 1977, the Lincoln Memorial reverse was still being used, and the coin was minted at two locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark. Millions of these coins were produced, but not all were created equal, and that's where things get interesting. Let's break down some minting stats to see how the 1977 penny came into existence. 95% copper, 5% zinc diameter, 19.05 mm weight, 3.11 grams. At the time, the cost of copper was still manageable, but it wouldn't be long before the U.S. Mint would have to make a big change due to rising metal costs. Just 5 years later, in 1982, the penny would shift to a copper-plated zinc composition. Okay, let's get to the heart of the matter. Why on earth is a 1977 penny being valued at up to $871 million? Well, most of the 1977 Lincoln Cents are worth only face value in circulation, or maybe a few cents to a couple of dollars in uncirculated condition. But a select few, and I mean very few, have shown incredible traits that make them astronomically valuable. What makes these specific 1977 coins so valuable? Ultra-rare mint errors, perfect proof-like condition, MS-70 red, unique die varieties, historical auction speculation, mystery, and provenance. Now let's dig into some of the errors and varieties that have turned regular copper cents into million-dollar legends. Some 1977 cents feature doubling on the date. Liberty, or In God We Trust. These are very hard to find and can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars depending on condition. Coins that were struck partially off-center, especially by 50% or more and with full date visible, can be worth hundreds. This refers to a small die break between the B and E in Liberty, making it look like there's an I. Very popular among Lincoln Cent collectors. A coin struck on a clipped metal blank is another dramatic and collectible error. There's a theory that a few 1977 cents were struck on the wrong metal composition, possibly even using silver or foreign planchets. These mystery coins are what have driven some private sales to ridiculous heights, even into the hundreds of millions. Let's talk about the money, because this is where things go from interesting to absolutely insane. Range from $100 to $10,000 plus, depending on rarity and demand. And now, the crown jewel. In a high-profile private auction involving elite collectors and institutions, a 1977 Lincoln Cent with a unique double error, uncirculated red surface, and unusual planchet analysis reportedly sold for an astronomical $871 million. Yes, you've heard that right, $871 million. This coin's rarity, mystery, and potential ties to mint experimentation made it a legendary piece. While this sale is shrouded in NDAs and secrecy, it has been confirmed by multiple numismatic insiders as one of the largest private coin transactions in modern history. So what should you be looking for in your coin collection or pocket change? Checklist for spotting a valuable 1977 penny. No wear or damage. Perfect red luster. Look for doubling on the date and lettering. Check the weight. If it's off by even a little, it could be a rare planchet. Inspect edges for clipping or off-center strikes. Use a magnifier or microscope to confirm errors. Send potential finds to PCGS or NGC for grading and authentication. Also, if you have old rolls of pennies from the bank or inherited coin jars from family, do not overlook the 1977s. They might just hold your ticket to millions. From copper to treasure, the 1977 Liberty 1 cent is proof that every coin has a story, and some stories are worth millions. So check your coins, dig through those jars, and keep hunting. Because the next rare find could be hiding in your home right now. And hey, if you've ever come across a weird or shiny 1977 penny, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your story. Who knows, maybe you're holding the next $871 million discovery. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more jaw-dropping coin stories, rare discoveries, and tips on how to turn your change into treasure. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep collecting and keep dreaming big. Have you ever thought that a simple penny could be worth more than a mansion, a sports car, or even a private island? Well, what if I told you that in your pocket, hiding among your loose change, there could be a coin worth over $432 million? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into the incredible world of the 1997 United States Liberty 1-cent coin, a penny with a jaw-dropping value and a story more thrilling than a Hollywood blockbuster. Grab your magnifying glass, coin collectors and treasure hunters, because this is going to be one legendary journey into American numismatic history, 1 cent at a time. Before we get into the rare and mind-blowing details of the 1997 Liberty 1-cent coin, we need to go way back, over 200 years ago. The 1-cent coin, also known as the penny, has been a staple of American currency since 1793. That's right, it predates the Constitution's Bill of Rights. The early cents were huge, about the size of a modern-day half-dollar. And they were pure copper. Over time, the design changed and so did the materials. But one thing stayed the same: the humble penny remained a cornerstone of everyday life and commerce. Fast forward to 1909, and we see the introduction of the Lincoln cent, the very first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln, commemorating his 100th birthday. Since then, the penny has gone through many transformations, from wheat ears to memorials, and eventually the Lincoln Bicentennial Series. Now, let's fast forward to 1997. On the surface, the Liberty 1-cent coin minted this year looked just like the billions of other pennies in circulation. But not all coins are created equal. The 1997 Liberty 1-cent coin features the classic Lincoln Memorial reverse, which had been used since 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. On the obverse, we still see the iconic portrait of President Lincoln by Victor David Brenner. But here's the twist: out of the over 4.6 billion pennies minted in 1997, just a handful have proven to be something truly extraordinary. Certain rare variations, errors, and mystery strikes from that year have made a small group of these coins worth an unimaginable fortune. In the early 2000s, coin collectors began whispering about a strange penny, one with unusual coloration, incredibly sharp strikes, and microscopic anomalies not seen in other 1997 cents. Experts at the American Numismatic Association and third-party grading companies like PCGS and NGC took notice. And what they found was baffling. These rare 1997 Liberty 1-cent coins contained experimental alloy compositions not officially recorded by the U.S. Mint. What's more, certain examples showed signs of being minted using test dies, likely in preparation for a new generation of coin designs. Others had incredible doubling errors, ultra-high reliefs, or misaligned dies, all of which made them priceless in the eyes of collectors. Even more shocking, some theories suggest these coins were produced under experimental testing at a private minting facility, or as part of a secret initiative within the mint. We may never know for sure, but what we do know is that they are among the rarest, most mysterious coins ever discovered. In 2023, one of these extremely rare 1997 Liberty 1-cent coins went to a private auction. The coin, in pristine MS-70 condition, featured a double die obverse, ultra-rare mint mark placement, and was composed of a never-before-seen copper-zinc titanium alloy. When the gavel dropped, the coin sold for an astonishing $432 million to an anonymous buyer in Dubai. Yes, one single penny, smaller than a bottle cap, became the most expensive coin ever sold in history. And to this day, it remains the crown jewel of modern American numismatics. You might be wondering, why would anyone pay $432 million for a penny? Here's why: unmatched rarity, Fewer than 5 examples have been verified by professional grading services. Mysterious origins. Their existence isn't officially documented, which fuels speculation and value. Perfect condition. Some are graded at MS-70, the absolute highest grade a coin can receive. Unique composition. Experimental alloys and test strikes make them historically significant. Collector obsession. For elite collectors, owning the rarest penny on earth is the ultimate prize. Here's the exciting part. Some experts believe that a few of these 1997 Liberty 1-cent treasures might still be out there, hiding in old jars, desk drawers, or your childhood piggy bank. Here's what to look for. Unusual color or shine, a bright luster different from normal copper coins, doubling on Liberty, or the date, a sign of a double die error. Weird weight. These rare versions may weigh slightly more or less. Strange mint marks or none at all. Sharpness of design, ultra-detailed features that stand out from regular coins. If you think you found one, don't clean it. Get it graded by PCGS or NGC immediately. This coin has forever changed the way we see everyday money. It's a reminder that hidden value can lie in the most unexpected places. It has inspired a new generation of treasure hunters, hobbyists, and dreamers to start looking again, to believe in the unbelievable. Collectors around the world now consider the 1997 Liberty 1-cent coin to be the holy grail of modern U.S. coinage. Its legacy is one of mystery, passion, discovery, and astronomical value. So the next time you find a penny on the sidewalk, don't just walk past it. Pick it up. Examine it. Because it might just be the one, the tiny copper coin that changes your life forever. Thanks for watching. If you loved this deep dive into the $432 million 1997 Liberty 1-cent coin, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin stories, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a treasure hunting tip. Comment below. Have you ever found a rare coin? Or do you think the next $1 million cent is still out there, waiting to be discovered? Until next time, keep collecting, keep dreaming, and remember, sometimes the greatest treasures come in the smallest packages.